8 years. It's been 8 years since the original Nintendo Switch dropped. It's probably been longer than that, actually, but I don't want to think about it. I'm a super boomer. Anyway, but here we are. The Nintendo Switch 2 first look trailer is out. Can you believe it? The Nintendo Switch is the past. The Nintendo Switch 2 is the future. It's crazy to think we're already there. I've got tons of games in my backlog that I still need to get through before the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out. But that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2, and it looks great. I didn't think they would announce it in line with what the leakers said. I know that even IGN and companies like that were under it. They were like, it's gonna be announced on Thursday. But I honestly thought Nintendo, being notoriously unpredictable, would either ghost us entirely or they would announce the Nintendo Labo 2 or something ridiculous and hilarious. But it's here and it's more Switch. It's Switch. It's like a Switch, but a Switch Pro and more, which is exactly what we wanted. Because why why like announce a Switch Pro when you can announce a Switch 2 and sell 100 million more units? I mean, that's Nintendo. They're really great like that. They're really brilliant like that. They know what they're doing. For anyone who wasn't financially invested in Nintendo, but emotionally invested in Nintendo, and they are a super boomer like me, they will remember the Wii to Wii U era and how much of a disaster it was. I remember going up to kids when I was a kid having a Wii U being like, do you want to play the Wii U? And they'd be like, oh, the Wii U, is that some sort of weird extension for the Wii? It was a disaster in marketing. We didn't want to see that happen again. We knew that Nintendo has a tendency to be super outlandish, but this is it. This is how it needed to. This is how it needed to happen. Part of me wanted them to be a little bit outlandish and ridiculous, but this was super safe. It's more in line with the 3DS, the DS and the DSi, how they all were in succession and they were all backwards compatible and they were really easily marketable, and people knew, like, you just go and you get the next thing in line with the thing, and it was really similar to the last thing, but it was better. And so Nintendo are doing what they do best. I think that people are going to really understand this from a marketing standpoint, and they're going to buy this. And I also thought that I would jump in here and just quickly say that I will not be showing any footage from the trailer because I am terrified of Nintendo and their copyright strikes. But I have been really enjoying playing the new Donkey Kong HD, which is officially the last first-party Nintendo game to be released before the Nintendo Switch 2 was announced, which I think is super cool, and I've been having a great time over my Twitch playing this game. The first thing they show, which I think is hilarious, is they show the really bendy stand, which I think that seems really arbitrary and weird, but if anybody remembers the launch of the Switch, it was a bit of a disaster in terms of people complaining about the plastic being very black. And I think this was Nintendo's way of being like, see, look, durable bendy stand. It's sleek, right? Everything about it is sleek. The not nunchucks. Oh my god, my brain is. I'm too much of a boomer for this. The Joy-Cons, being much larger, that's also great. My big hands. I feel like a big caveman when I'm playing on those little Joy-Cons. So they're making them bigger and sleeker, and it looks great. It looks great. It's all black, which I like, with that little tinge. It's only got like a little tinge of orange and a little tinge of blue around the analog sticks. Which I like because it looks sleek, but I'm also kind of sad because uh, are we just not gonna get the colored nunchucks anymore? Nunchucks! Why do I keep calling you the nunchucks? Joy-Cons, I'm too old for this. Are we just not gonna get the pretty colors and the yellows and the, neons and all that anymore? Or is it just gonna be black with a tinge of color? But I mean, I don't care about that too much because it looks super sleek, and the nunchucks, the Joy-Cons are larger, and it looks great. It looks like a great sleek system. As for the games, obviously that's one of the big things. You wonder, what's going on with the games. They have announced within the announcement trailer Announced within the announcement trailer sounds funny, but they have announced in the announcement trailer that a new Mario Kart is coming. I hadn't played all the DLC maps, so I was wondering at the footage that shows up in the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer, this first look trailer. I was wondering if it was just an old map or something from the DLC that I hadn't played, like a new map from there. But no, I had a look at Daily Mail Gaming. They confirmed that it's a new Mario Kart game. So, I mean, that's great, right? Like, a launch title being the new Mario Kart, I think that's a smart idea. I think a lot of people were expecting tons of games because Nintendo's sort of been on this role of releasing heaps of games lately. But no, I think that they're going to do what they did last time, which is have that one big banger of a launch title, and then they're going to drip feed you some things until they start, like, properly rolling out. Like, I still remember being in my uni dorm room, and I think that I had Breath of the Wild and, like, a town game. I can't even remember what it was called. It was like a ridiculous town builder game that was just, like, awfully made. And that was it on my Switch for a really long time. Last item on the agenda. It is going to be entirely backwards compatible, which is awesome. Although it does have a little tiny text asterisk underneath it that's like, some games might not be backwards compatible, which I really don't understand how that's going to work. I think it might be referring to like when they released that special Mario Pack with 3 games, maybe, because it's limited edition or whatever, it won't transfer to Switch 2. But that's really weird that they put an emphasis at the end of the trailer that, oh, it's going to be backwards compatible, and then have like a little asterisk that's like, oh, some games actually might not be. So I hope that's not like an Xbox situation, and that's like actually just some rare games. But I'm really happy. Like, it looks awesome. And Switch 2! I'm really excited! What do you guys think? This has been Special Ops Seagull for the Switch 2 Special Ops YouTube channel. Tell me your thoughts. Blah.